Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ance. I'm back again, and today we have a super awesome video coming your way. We'll be talking about one of the best methods to passively make stubs in with the Show 21, especially with the launch of the new companion app on your mobile devices. This method is super insane. You can make hundreds of thousands of subs a day, not even really actively having to do anything. We're going to be talking about the no risk flipping method here in MLB The Show 21. Before we hop into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the sponsors of this video for making this one possible. The ShowZone. Any of y'all that have used the ShowZone before, y'all know I use it a ton. Incredible place. We're going to be utilizing the ShowZone to use this method to capitalize on it and be able to make the most stubs possible, because the resources and utilities that they've been able to build on their website, this method would not be near as effective without that, without being able to identify and prioritize which cards are the best to go after. ShowZone has also just recently launched the pro version of the website that gives you access to a ton of more awesome tools within the website. You get quicker updates on the market and the pricing, better tools to help manage your inventory, no ads on the website, access to the ShowZone Discord, and they're coming out with merch as well. A lot of cool things happening over on the ShowZone. Definitely something you want to get in on, make you some subs this year, and then of course be prepared for when the next iteration of the show comes out. Best part about it as well, any monthly or annual plans you get on the website, you can use code ANCE when you go to checkout. That'll save you 10% off on those monthly or annual plans, and it helps support the channel as well. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to hop over to the ShowZone. Obviously, all the links to that are going to be down in the description below. And what we're going to be looking for, again, this is a no risk flipping method. So we're going to come over here to the flipping. We're going to find our players page right here out the gate, and we can see all the players in the game. These are going to be listed by default. It's going to be sorted by profit per minute. So we can see right here just above me, you can see Andrew Miller, for example, 2,700 profit per minute. Ken Griffey Jr., 2,200 profit per minute. But of course, with these cards, there's risk, right? I could buy Ken Griffey Jr. at 21,000 stubs. You get people coming in, start undercutting his price. Next thing you know, he's selling for 23,000 stubs on the sell now, and your profit margin of 2,200 has been ate up completely. Not only that, you've been having to micromanage that order the entire time just to try to make a 3,000, 2,000 stubs. Whereas with this method, be making several thousand subs a flip without having to worry about a price crashing, without having to worry about micromanaging orders, without people undercutting you, nothing. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open up our filters, and we're going to start with the rarity. And for starters, we'll take a look at these gold ones to start out. We're going to take a gold rarity, and we're looking for cards at quick sell. So we're going to come in here, and our best buy, the max, we're not going to quite put it at 1,000 stubs, right? Because there's a lot of cards that are so close to quick sell, but they're not 1,000 stubs. So we're actually going to come right in here at 1,100. Now, of course, if you're not even willing to risk 100 stubs per flip, you could have that be lower. But as you'll see, when we list it at 1,100, we'll get a lot of cards right down near quick sell. We will apply those filters, click out of that, and then we'll take a look at what we're working with here. So we can see this is, again, sorted by profit per minute. And we also want to make sure we take note of these sales per minute as well, because if we come over here, Roberto Ozuna, obviously there's not even a profit to be made. Maybe this Alex Kirilloff is a better example right here, right? Alex Kirilloff right above me right now. The buys 1,011, the sells 1,599. That's a profit of 428, but there are 0.2 sold per minute. That works out to 1 sold every 5 minutes. Is that quick maths? Is my maths right? Is my maths bad? That's why I use a calculator. I think that's 1 sold every 5 minutes. So you're not looking to sell 1 in 5 minutes for 420 subs. So we're going to sort by profit per minute here at the top, and this is going to take a calculation of the profit and the sales per minute to get you a profit per minute. So this is making sure you're getting cards that either have 1, insanely high margins, or 2, really good sales per minute. Now, when we look at these cards, Trevor Story, 1,001 on the buy, Gallegos, 1,002 on the buy, Goldschmidt, 1,000, Xander, 1,000. These are all right at quick sell. Again, you can't lose stubs with these. Now, when we take a look at the profits aren't too incredible on these. 187, 297, 251, 143, but they are moving relatively quick. So 6.3 per minute on the sales for somebody like Trevor Story. That is moving relatively quickly. So in my opinion, these golds definitely a little bit more active, because again, if you're only getting 200 to 300 profit per your flip, you don't want to do just a couple within an hour, 10 within an hour and you made 3,000 subs. Hey, I mean, it's 3,000 subs. Ain't nothing wrong with that, especially if you just got a quick second to come in and place a bunch of mass orders. But for me, I really like the diamond. So we're going to filter back down in here. We're going to change our gold to be diamond. We'll take off the gold. And then our max order, instead of 1,100, is just going to be 5,100. So we still have that 100 stub kind of margin we're working with there above quick sell. And now we can see a guy like Lance Lynn, he's got a profit of 723. And I like that a lot more right at quick sell, a little bit above. Manny Machado, 656 profit. Yuli Gurriel, 771 profit. And they're still moving a relatively decent pace, a couple per minute. But for me, I like that profit margin a lot more, especially if we're doing some passive flipping. I'm not necessarily putting in the most orders, making the most orders at any one time, because again, this is passive. This is a method where, hey, you got a 15-minute break at work. Hey, pull up the Show app on the phone for 5 minutes, and boom, you're going to be rocking and rolling with it. So now we've come in here and we've identified some cards. Lance Lynn, Machado, Yuli Gurriel, those seem pretty solid. Honestly, this Juan Lagares and Tariq Skubal, not much sales per minute, right? It's not great, but with 1,000 stub profit, we do like 1,000 stub profit. I'm a big fan of that. Same with this Gavin Sheets, right? These aren't moving very fast, but if we can make 1,000 stub profit, and if I have the stubs to spare to throw out on those, there's no reason why I can't throw some out, get those cards to go through, go back, set them through later. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to show some examples on the PlayStation, on the consoles, so it's a little bit easier to visualize things and navigate the market. Again, I would be using it on the mobile app on the phone. If y'all haven't used the mobile app, we do have a lot of videos that cover that, especially with the speed in which you can put in orders on this app. I'm talking like I could probably put in 15 orders, 10 orders on the app, but by the time I can place one order on the console, it's ridiculously fast. It's so much quicker. And especially for this, where you're definitely doing some volume-based flipping, right? You're doing a ton of no-risk volume-based flipping. You definitely want to use the app and be able to get in as many orders as you can at one time. But for visual purposes, we're going to head over to the console marketplace. Let's take a look at putting in a couple orders to see what it looks like and show kind of what that method would be there. So back here on the app, we got 146,000 stubs that we're chilling on right now. We got a lot out in investments at the current moment. We got people selling Pedro. That's wild. I don't know. I don't get that still. I don't get that still. So we're going to come over here. Obviously, one that we saw, Lance Lynn. That was one of the big ones that we saw, right? I went right past the White Sox too. Lance Lynn, or by live series to make it a little bit easier to find them, and boom, 50-55. So that's still a pretty good profit margin there when you calculate the tax at the end. So we're going to come in here, create buy order 5056, right? And again, there's really no risk here to lose. The most we can lose per card is 56 stubs. And honestly, the likelihood of that happening is very, very minimal. He's not going to drop down and suddenly be worth less than quick sell value on the sell now of it. And boom, a Lance Lynn order already went through. We already got one to buy, and we'll just come in here. I see this person at 6309. And again, this is passive, right? So let's look at this actually. This is passive. I'm not here to maximize the speed in which I'm doing orders. I'm here to just make some nice passive flips. So that's where, if y'all been watching videos before, y'all know about the set it and forget it method. We'll go over that a little bit more here, but that's what we're going to do, right? We're going to take over. We're going to come in and sell. I see 6309, but I might as well go 6411 because I'm not looking to sell this immediately. I'm just looking for it to go through. 720 stubs right there for each one of those that goes through. That 6309 actually already went through as well. And then here's the best part about it. I'll put in another one here for Lance Lynn, and then I forget about it. I don't look at it. I don't consider it. I don't think about it ever again. And then I'll go back through and sell those, right? That 6411, it'll go through at some point. Maybe somebody comes and undercuts me within the next 10 seconds. And maybe his price drops 200 stubs. That's possible. I'm never going to know because I'm not going to check it because we're going to set it. We're going to forget it. Those orders are going to go through over time. Let's take a look at some of these tops now. The big one we were looking at was on the Angels. It was Juan Lagares was the big one. He had like 1,000 stub margin. If I can find Juan Lagares, there it is. There's the Angels. We got Juan Lagares here. So 67 on the sell, 5,017 on the buy. That is over 1,000 stub margin, right? So I can come in here. You can see somebody's got 18 at 510. Somebody's coming to put 18 orders at 510. They know what they doing. They're on that no risk flipping method. I can come in here. I can literally put every single one of my subs in here on Juan Lagares orders at 5,018. I can't lose Stubs. And I would say at 6,700, that's a price that the market set. It's not like that's a mirage and just a random price, and he's not really at that value. That's a price that the market set. So boom, I bought a couple of those. Screw it. I'm gonna put in some more orders on these because again, it's passive. I can put in as many orders as I want. It's guaranteed subs for each of those that go through. Gavin Sheets on the White Sox was another one. He's up to 5,100, but look, it goes from 5,100 to 5,011. So I can come in at 5,011. A Lance Lynn just sold, boom, 600 subs. Now, again, if I was doing this on the app, I could have already put out 100,000 subs and orders and gone back to whatever I was doing. Maybe I was on a bathroom break. Maybe I was just in between playing some Conquest games. That's the best part of this, right? We'll come in here. We'll put in some more orders here on Gavin Sheets at 5,011. And then it's just a waiting game. At that point, the order's placed out. We'll wait for it to go through. It's going to go through at some point, even if it doesn't within the next 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. That's going to go through at some point, and that's what matters. That's where the value is. Because again, this is passive, right? We're not actively flipping it. We're not actively managing these orders. We're going to put out all these buy orders, and then in a couple hours later, when we have another free moment, we're going to go through and we're going to list all those cards for sale. Then end of the day, we'll go through, we'll look at our orders. If some didn't sell, we can cancel those, relist those, rinse and repeat. Before you go to bed at night, you take 15 minutes, you spam a bunch of buy orders on these no risk quick sell diamonds that you can make 700 to 1,000 subs on. You wake up in the morning, hey, half of those went through, you sell those, boom. I mean, if you're making 1,000 subs per each of those, you can see how that's going to extrapolate out. Really start to make you a ton of subs very quickly if you're able to keep up with putting in orders. And again, at 5,000 subs per order, especially on the app, you're able to go through those really quickly. Now, of course, in terms of maximizing your sub uses as well, you are having to spend a little bit more subs to get these 1,000 profits and 700 profits here with the diamonds. If you got a little bit less of a stub count, definitely would recommend starting with the golds because those are still going to give you several hundred subs per profit to work with. For me, when I have several 100,000 subs, I'm not going to be going through and putting in 300 orders for golds to go through 300,000 subs. I'd much rather take some of the higher profit margins with the diamonds. Involves me doing a little bit less work. And actually, boom, what a Juan Lagares went through at 5,018. Now we can go sell that, make 1,000 subs. Each time you see that notification, that's me making 1,000 subs whenever that card sells. That's easy money. You do that a couple minutes a day over time, you're really going to capitalize on this method and make a ton of subs. So boom, that's the method that I've been utilizing recently to make me a ton of stubs. And with the ShowZone and the features they have, they make it so much better to be able to maximize and capitalize on that. Instead of yourself having to go through and look through quick sell diamonds or quick sell golds, because there's a lot that don't have a profit margin. ShowZone does all the work for you. They set it up. They say, hey, don't even have to think about it. Here's 5 cards. Just go spend all your subs on quick sell orders on these cards. Come back in an hour or two. Sell the ones you got. Check back again that night. Cancel orders. Relist them all on whatever has the profit margin at that point, right? You recheck the website, see where the profit margins move to. Relist them all there. Boom. You're making stubs really good way. It's honestly like putting your stubs in a nice high interest rate savings account, right? Because there's no risk. You can't lose anything. And you're making some solid returns on your investments. Having a bunch of stubs in your bankroll that aren't doing you anything, hey, you might as well be putting those to use, saving those, investing those, helping you make some more subs without any ability to lose any. That does do it for today's video. Of course, check out the ShowZone if you're using this method. The link to that is down in the description below. And again, if you get one of their annual plans, you get one of the monthly plans, you buy any of the merge, use code Ance. And when you go to checkout, you'll save 10% on your order. And that's going to support the channel as well. If you enjoyed this video, y'all want to see this flipping method in action, let me know down in the comment sections below. We may have to set up a flipping challenge, the no risk flipping challenge, maybe a bit of a longer one where we take 3 to 4 hours of no risk flipping and see what we can do, how many stubs we can make coming in on these quick sell diamonds and golds. As always, you enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch y'all around.